Have you ever wondered why the mere sight of a human can provoke a snake to strike? This intriguing question has captured the curiosity of many an individual, prompting us to delve into the mystery of snake bites. When humans encounter snakes, the reptile's reactions can range from indifference to aggression, but the latter often steals the spotlight. It's essential to understand that snakes don't strike out of malice or spite. Instead, their aggressive behavior is usually driven by instinctual responses and a strong territorial nature. Renowned herpetologists and wildlife researchers have shed light on this fascinating aspect of snake behavior. They emphasize that a snake's anger is not whimsical or baseless. Instead, it's a primal reaction to perceived threats, often triggered by an intrusion into their territory or a perceived threat to their survival. So snakes are not just randomly aggressive, their anger has a rationale. Stay tuned as we delve further into understanding snake behavior in the following scenes. Diving deeper into the snake's world, we can begin to comprehend their behavior. Snakes, like all creatures, have a basic survival instinct. They exhibit behaviors that are aimed at their survival and continuation of their species. But why do snakes get angry? Well, it's not exactly anger as we humans understand it. Snakes don't have the same emotional range as us. What we perceive as anger is actually a combination of fear, self-protection, and a reaction to their environment. Let's start with self-protection. Imagine you're a small, legless creature in a world full of larger predators. You'd naturally develop mechanisms to protect yourself, right? That's what snakes do. They hiss, puff up their bodies, and eventually, if they feel threatened enough, they might bite. Now let's talk about their territorial instincts. Snakes are solitary creatures. They cherish their personal space and will defend it fiercely. If a snake feels its territory is being encroached upon, it's going to react, often aggressively. Finally, sudden movements. Snakes don't have the best eyesight. They rely heavily on their ability to sense vibrations in the ground to understand their surroundings. Sudden movements can startle a snake, causing it to react defensively. This brings us to our next point: how snakes perceive threats. Snakes don't have a concept of humans as friends or foes. They simply react to stimuli in their environment. If a snake feels threatened by a human, it's because of actions the human has taken, not because the snake inherently dislikes or fears humans. It's important to remember that snakes are not out to get us. They don't bite out of spite or malice. They bite as a last resort, when they feel their survival is threatened. When we understand this, we can better respect and coexist with these fascinating creatures. In conclusion, snakes don't bite out of spite, but as a defense mechanism. Their reactions are based on their need for self-protection, their territorial instincts, and their perception of sudden movements as threats. Understanding this can go a long way in preventing unfortunate encounters and promoting peaceful coexistence. Now that we understand why snakes bite, what happens when they do? Imagine this: a snake's fangs pierce the skin, injecting venom. This venom is a complex mixture of proteins and enzymes, each with a unique and often devastating effect. The immediate response can vary, depending on the type of snake and the venom it carries. Some venoms are neurotoxic, meaning they target the nervous system. They can cause symptoms like blurred vision, difficulty speaking, and even paralysis. If not treated rapidly, these can progress to respiratory failure, a truly life-threatening situation. Other venoms are cytotoxic. They attack cells and tissues, causing local damage at the site of the bite. This can lead to swelling, blistering, and necrosis, which is the death of skin and muscle tissue. It's a gruesome sight and can lead to long-term physical impairment if not promptly and properly managed. Then there are the hemotoxic venoms. These affect the blood and the cardiovascular system. They can cause internal bleeding, disrupt blood clotting, and damage the heart and blood vessels, leading to systemic effects that can spiral out of control. But the impact of a snake bite isn't just physical. There's a psychological dimension as well. The experience can be incredibly traumatic, leading to fear, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. The fear of snakes, or ophidiophobia, may intensify, making outdoor activities a source of stress rather than enjoyment. Furthermore, there's the fear of the unknown. Not knowing the type of snake, the nature of the venom, or the prognosis can create a sense of helplessness and panic. This fear can linger long after the physical wounds have healed, casting a shadow over the victim's life. And let's not forget the social impact. The stigma attached to snake bites can lead to isolation and discrimination, further exacerbating the psychological toll. So, you see, a snake bite is more than just an injury. It's a complex interplay of physical, psychological, and social factors that can leave lasting scars. Snake bites are not only physically damaging but can also leave psychological scars. So, how can we avoid snake bites and what should we do if bitten? Well, prevention is indeed the best medicine. Taking simple steps such as wearing long pants and sturdy boots when venturing into areas known for snakes can go a long way. And remember, a snake's natural instinct is to hide, not attack, so avoid disturbing their habitats or poking around in tall grass, under rocks, or in other hiding places. But what if you're bitten? The first step is to stay calm. Panic can accelerate the spread of venom. Don't try to capture or kill the snake, but do try to remember its color and shape. This can help medical professionals determine the best treatment. And of course, seek medical attention immediately, even if you think the bite isn't serious. Some effects of venom can be delayed. The best defense against a snake bite is prevention, but knowing how to respond is equally important. Let's sum up what we've learned about snake bites. First, it's essential to comprehend why snakes get angry. It's not a spiteful act. Instead, it's a defense mechanism that snakes employ when they feel threatened or cornered. Their primary aim isn't to harm humans, but to protect themselves. Next, we delved into the impact of snake bites. The venomous bite of a snake can cause a variety of symptoms, from mild irritation to severe health complications. The severity largely depends on the species and the amount of venom injected. Finally, we explored how to prevent and respond to snake bites. The golden rule is maintaining a safe distance and respecting the creature's space. In case of a snake bite, it's crucial to seek immediate medical attention and remain calm to slow down the spread of venom. Remember, understanding and respect are key when dealing with snakes or any other wild creatures.